buzzing, buzzing in Mohammed.
I hope everybody's doing well. Today is going to be a very different kind of video. I'm going to show you guys how to food prep. Now there's meal prep and there's food prep. I don't do meal prep. I just make bulk foods that I know I'm going to go throughout the week, and then I incorporate it into a specific meal of that week, if that makes sense. But I have been asked, and every Sunday or Monday whenever I do my food prep on my Instagram stories, I always get asked, how do you constantly keep up with it? The key, girls, is prep. Honestly, it's prep and organization and discipline into creating a space like this, for example, and time to either do it on a Sunday or a Monday. I typically do it on the Sunday because obviously I have free time then, and it's a fresh start to a new week, and it sort of helps you. It makes you want to eat healthy throughout the week if you're organized and if you have everything planned out and ready. So the way I kind of do this is I write up a list of my shopping and the foods that I do want to have. I do change it up. Sometimes I make baked vegetables instead of just sweet potato and pumpkin, or I do a broccoli bake, for example, instead of the baked vegetables. But this week I'm just choosing like really simple, holistic, organic foods that are allergen-free, gluten-free, dairy-free, soy-free. I lied, I've got tofu, and just all around healthy for you for a balanced lifestyle and a healthy diet. So coming into everything, first off, obviously I'm going to show you guys how I do it, but over here I just have my chicken breast that I bought from Woolworths in Australia, so if you guys can see that. I'm going to poach them. I like poaching my chicken only because, if you guys can hear rattling, it's my dogs. They're playing with their toys. I've locked them up because they're just all up in my grill, like all up in my space. I cannot take it today. Anyway, so we're going to poach these right now, and the way I do that, I just take out my chicken. Okay, you know what? Nobody got time for that. And then I give my chicken just a bit of a wash before I pop them into the pan. So hang tight. So after popping the chicken into the pan, I then just grab a bit of water and let that literally boil on top of the stove. That is our first step. This will just be boiling. Now the second thing I do is preheat my oven to 200 degrees and grab a chopping board because we're gonna need this for the vegetables. So this week I've chosen half a pumpkin, which I will be chopping up right now, into like little cubes. So the whole idea of this is for mothers or for women who are busy. Me, in my case, I work from home, so just having foods that are ready there so I don't have to worry throughout the day what I'm going to eat or what I'm going to have for lunch or dinner or whatnot. And even if I'm going to make a completely different meal, I've got cooked vegetables that I can incorporate into those meals. So it's very, very, very handy. And also you need a sharp knife, so just keep that in mind. I was going to choose to get ready diced up pumpkin, but I thought, you know what, show the gals for the video. It's so hard to actually chop up pumpkin, but it tastes phenomenal, so we just dealt with it. Alright, so I'm going to grab my baking dish, just a cute little pink one over here, and we're just going to be popping that to the side and lining it with some baking paper. And now we're going to be dicing up these bad boys, so it's a bit too big. And you want to kind of roughly do them into equal parts. I'm not really fussed on how big or small it is, but just so they all can cook at the same time and at the same rate. Secondly, just doing one sweet potato because we've got a hell of a lot of pumpkin in there. So I'm chopping this up in little cylinders, which we will soon make into squares. Okay, and that's exactly our dish over here. It's looking so good. I'm just going to be popping some coconut oil, spray oil over the top, a bit of salt, and then just popping that into the oven. So with a damp cloth, just giving that a wipe because we're not working with any meats whatsoever, so that's completely fine. We are not cross-contaminating at at all. But now grabbing some hard tofu. I bought this tofu yesterday from Coles and it's just amazing. So hard tofu, or if you really want to, you can use tempeh. So this is the tofu that I chose. It's just the Nature's Kitchen tofu, and that's how it looks. Hard tofu, just like that, firm or hard, whatever. But we're going to be squeezing this out. Usually hard tofu doesn't have any extra juice, but just to be safe, play it on the safe side, I'm just going to be squeezing out the excess out of it. And the way I do that is I just grab a paper towel, like 2 of them, as you can see, fold it over, pop it on my chopping board, and grab that bad boy out of there, and then doing the same, and just giving it a little press. That'll just squeeze out the excess without obviously demolishing it. And then we are going to be, oh no, this is perfectly sized. So I'm just going to be chopping this up into equal parts of cubes so they can fit onto a skewer. And then once you have that just in a little bowl, doesn't matter, it can be small or as big as you want, just popping that in a bowl, as so. And then we are going to be putting some coconut aminos and some organic honey on top. So this is the brand of the coconut aminos that I use. It's just the coconut original New Life organic coconut aminos. And then over here, this one's the raw Australian honey that I go for, that I tend to go buy from BLISSFULL bulk foods over here. We are going to be doing 1 tablespoon of the organic honey to 2 tablespoons of the coconut amino. A little hack is I tend to rub my spoon in some coconut oil so that the honey can slide right off. Oh, that's so good. And you do get dirty in food prep, so get used to it. And then I just add a dash, 2 tablespoons if you really want to measure it. I just free ball it all the time of the coconut aminos. That's probably more than 2 tablespoons, let's be honest. And we set this bad boy aside to marinate. If you want to go that extra step, you can microwave the honey. But look, we don't have time for that, okay? Okay, turn down the water that's on the stove. So now we're going to make a hummus. Now, when I have salads, I don't like having that boring blanched, you know, lemon and salt and pepper kind of dressings. I like to go full out. I make my own dressings. I make them maybe every 2 weeks because I don't have a salad every single day. Let's be honest, we aren't that healthy. But I do like to have stored ready salads, and because of the lemon that's in my dressings, it is a natural preservative, so they do last the 2 entire weeks. First off, we're going to be grabbing some tahini, and this one is just the tahini that you get in Woolworths, and it's just in its own jar. We're going to be making tahini dressing in the actual jar. So what I do is I just pop the lid open, and then we grab any mustard. This is just whole grain seeded mustard, and it's medium heat. But if you like that extra oomph as well in your mustard, I'd go for a mild. If you like other mustards, I'd go for them, but this is my favorite, and I am putting 3 teaspoons in there because I absolutely adore this. And very simple, just the squeeze of half a lemon. Guys, if you don't own one of these lemon squeezers, this is gonna be your best friend. So if I were you, I'd just grab it. Now watch this accuracy. And then we add some pink Himalayan salt. I like mine really salty, so I add like quite a fair bit. And then give that a stir. And just before I forget, we add in a dash of the almond milk. That's how you get that really thin, creamy drizzle over your salads. And this will definitely set within the actual jar. So it's a win-win situation. You just pop it into the fridge and it sets in the jar overnight. How lovely does that look? Like, look at that. Can you guys see that? Oh my God. I just pop the lid on and then we put it into the fridge. Now, time for the big gun. Get your blender out because we are going to be making our own very beetroot hummus. Alrighty, now how am I going to do this? Alright, we've got our drained chickpeas over here. You want to wash them if you're getting them in a can, and popping those bad boys straight into a blender. And the second here's beetroot. But beetroot is a little bit messy, so I'm going to do this separately. And then we add in our beetroot slices as well, without splashing it anywhere. The other half of the lemon. 2 teaspoons of tahini, dash of salt, and a dash of almond milk. And then we pop the lid on that bad boy and blend this baby away. And that's how it turned out, guys. Look how amazing that is. And I mean, it's pink girl, like, who wouldn't want this? Your own homemade beetroot hummus with no additives, with no preservatives, completely under your own control, and that's what I love about it. But what I'm going to do is pop these into jars. I think 2 will be enough. Alrighty, okay, so we're getting our trusty chopping board again, and we're going to be popping our chicken onto this so we can shred it up into little bits and pieces. And this is cooked to perfection. Alright, this is the most time consuming, but trust me when I say it's worth it. So you just jab and pull away at the chicken. And that's how you get shredded chicken. This doesn't need to be like perfect. It can be chunks of chicken like this that you just pull away. It just does not need to be perfect whatsoever. So with the water that you boiled the chicken in, you best bet I am not going to let this go to waste. So I'm going to put it through a strainer and then use this water for my quinoa, because next to my chicken, I would like a little bit of carbohydrates, if you will. So I've got some tri-colored mixed quinoa here, and I'm just going to eyeball this, literally. That much. Give it a stir, no oil, no salt needed, and Bob's your uncle girlfriend. I'm popping that right back on the stove. Now time for our tofu skewers. So let's head over to the stove to make this concoction. So that is the complete tofu skewers. I want to say tofu cubes, tofu meat, but that's how it looks, and it smells absolutely amazing. So right now I'm going to pop these into skewers, and where are my skewers? I've got my skewers. Alrighty, so they're going to go to that close. I have OCD. While our quinoa is boiling, we're just going to pop these bad boys into little skewers. Got my hands far too dirty today, but that's okay. We love it. You know what? I think I am going to have to use my hands for this one. Oh, these are amazing, sticky, gooey, and crispy at the same time. Perfect. We made 5 lovely skewers. Time to check on our vegetable bake. This is the most exciting part. It smells delicious. I can't wait to have this one. But you want to close your oven straight away, because we are going to make a treat. What is a food prep video without some treats? So I really don't need to do anything to this. I'm just going to be keeping it in its tin, but I'm going to set it aside for it to cool down before I pop it into the fridge. Grab our quinoa off the stove. Okay, girlfriend, that is fluffy, that is all cooked, and it smells so lovely. So just grabbing a fork and fluffing it out as much as you can, exactly how you would with rice, and then we're going to be popping this in a airtight container for the whole week. And the good thing about this is it's made with pure homemade chicken stock because of the chicken water that we used. We didn't waste it at all. That's got so much vitamins and minerals in there for you, and it is so healthy. So I made use of that as well. Chickens, time for our little granola bar, if you will. But the little hack that I'm going to put into this is it's going to be a protein granola bar, and it's the last food item that I'm going to make. It only takes about 10 minutes till it's really crispy, but you need a few ingredients. First off, starting with the quinoa flakes. I like to use quinoa flakes rather than oats, but you're gonna need a bowl, and you're gonna need about 1 cup quinoa flakes. I like to put bay leaves in every single pantry item I have so it doesn't get all, like it doesn't mop in there, it doesn't get all those nasties. But the 1 cup of quinoa flakes goes straight in. And then we're gonna add about a cup of sultanas and a cup of raw buckons as well. Or maybe just half a cup will do. Half a cup of coconut flakes because I love the toasty flavour of this, or you know what, we'll go with 1 cup. And then about 2.5 servings of your favourite protein, whether it's whey or plant-based. I absolutely die over the Tropika protein blends. Anything Tropika is right up my alley. Is like my BFF. Is my BFFFL. Is my boyfriend. Is my lover. Is my soulmate. Is everything. I love anything Tropika. So I'm going to add 2.5 servings of the Tropika protein, the lean vanilla protein, which is about 2.5 tablespoons. Heat tablespoons, if you will. If you want, you can add more because this absolutely tastes amazing. So you know what, we just added 3. Are we regretting it? No. And we're giving all of those dry ingredients a mix around, a stir, so the protein powder can engulf and cover everything before we pop it in. Oh, I forgot, I need nuts. Okay, so we're going with some flake almonds, not too much, just a little sprinkle, and then some pistachios as well to give that a little bit of salty taste. But I think they are salted. And what will it be without a dash of pink salt? Now it's looking like a lovely granola. Alright, now we're setting this aside and doing our wet ingredients. We're going to be adding some rice malt syrup and some Loving Earth coconut oil, or any coconut oil that you girls have. For the oil, I'm going to be adding about 2 tablespoons, and then 2 heaped spoons of the rice malt syrup, or more, because we want it really gooey. You know what, let's just go on with 3. Who am I to measure things anyway? This is so sticky. And that absolutely went everywhere. Great, of my life. You know, I thought I had my shit together today. Apparently not. And now you're just going to be microwaving this for intervals of 10 to 15 seconds. We clean as we go in this household, because you learn very fast that if you don't clean as you go, you kind of regret it later on. Grabbing a tin and lining it up with paper. Perfect, it's all liquefied. Just going to give it a tiny bit of a stir so the rest of the coconut oil can melt as well. And then we're adding that in homemade granola bars. What else can I ask for? Mixing that all up. If it does seem a little dry, do go add more coconut oil, more rice malt syrup, so it can wet the moisture. So it's like a granola bar consistency. You know how like you'll break the granola bar in half and it'll like rip, but not rip, but like rip. That does seem a little dry. Now I might just add a little bit more oil. do the trick. Okay, then now you just want to spread it evenly onto your baking prepared tray. Just like so, and popping that into the oven. And this is how that turned out. It is absolutely amazing. Smells delicious, and it's phenomenal at the moment. Like, I cannot get enough of this. But I'm going to probably chop this up and put them into little bars, or actually leave it like that as a seed so I can just pop it into my hand and eat it whenever I want. The complete food prep video that I wanted to show you. I had so much fun filming this video for you guys. This is the food prep that I've created. We've got some treats, we've got some quinoa, we've got shredded chicken, we've got some vegan or vegetarian, you can use maple syrup if you want to, but some vegetarian tofu skewers, and we've got a whole roast of pumpkin and sweet potato that I can incorporate into salads or make nourish balls or make a completely different meal by adding more vegetables to that and rebaking it. I love this kind of stuff. Honestly, if you guys want videos like this, please don't forget to leave it in the comments down below, or any other video suggestions. I'm more than open to anything and everything. Other than that, if you guys like this video, please don't forget to give it a like, because it really supports my channel. I'm trying my very best to get to 1,000 subscribers, so if you can hit that subscribe button, it will do me a ton. I appreciate it so much, the newcomers, and thank you to everyone who has been there from the very start. I've got a long journey to get to 1,000 subscribers, but we're going to make this happen all together. I know it. I have faith in you girls and faith in myself as well. But that's it there for the video. I hope you guys did enjoy it, and if you did, that's my job done. Other than that, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.